Hello everybody, Corey here. We're going to do the daily roundup for the YieldMax ETFs. Just a reminder, I am not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor, and that YieldMax ETFs are extremely risky. Alright, so we're just going to jump right on in here. We had lots of trades today because it is Thursday. Getting ready for those that will expire tomorrow. So they've gone ahead and made some trades, but I'm sure we'll have a lot more tomorrow. You can see all of those listed right here. I'm not going to read through these, but feel free to pause the video here, and you can look at all the trade amounts here. With the SNOY, we're still having an issue with the link not working on the website. I did reach out, sent Jay an email this evening since it still hadn't been fixed, but I was trying not to bother him. But when I compare the 2 days, there have been no trades just yet, so that is good news for us. At least we're not missing out on anything. And then here we have all the net assets and all the outstanding shares for every single YieldMax ETF. And I didn't pay, somebody mentioned something the other day and I didn't realize it because I don't look at them. But NVIDIA is the fund that has the majority of the net assets here. 705 million. I don't know when it surpassed Tesla, but Tesla's at 678 million, with Coney being at 614 million. Of course, the outstanding shares is going to be different because that's going to be based on the stock price. But we do have 44 million with Tesla, 23 million with NVIDIA, and 27 million with Coney. Anyway, here's today's price, the NAV, and the difference if you want to see that. Of course, at the bottom for YieldMax Ulti, that's due to the distributions for tomorrow. And then we'll get into today's stuff here. So we can see what happened between the last couple of days and our percentage changes. So AIYY has actually gone down 3%. Coney's down 3%, Dizzo down 2%, GDXY down 2%, Murney's down 2%, Misty is down 7%, over $2 today. PayPay down 2%, Snowy down 2%, Squee and Crush down 2%, and then we had Tesla up 3%. That was pretty much it for looking at ups. There's a few with ones and zeros, but that's about it here. So if we go over to the underlying, you have the IV and the prices here if you want to look at those. And then we have AI down 4%. Hey, BB's trying to get this bug. And then we have Amazon down 2%, Coin down 3%, GDX down 3%. Murney down 2%. Did you see it? MicroStrategy down 7%. NVIDIA was up 4%, along with Tesla being up 3%. And then we had ARK down 2%, PayPal down 3%, Snow down 3%, Block down 4%. So lots of things today outside 1% changes. So I'm actually going to close that, and then let's look at the differences between the two changes. See if we have anybody. We only have one that's more than a 2% difference, and that's NVIDIA. NVIDIA went up 4% today, while NVIDIA only went up 1%. If we want to look at the days to recovery here for our stocks, we do have ETFs. We do have a new one today. So Tesla it recovered its distribution of 64 cents plus additional 2 cents. So it has recovered 103% of its last distribution, and it took it 6 days. So it is the second one to recover. That doesn't mean that it will stay recovered, but it did recover. And then YMAG actually ended up recovering 200% of its distribution. I didn't realize this, but YMAG is over $21. While YMAX never recovered its full distribution amount, only 67%, and Ulti only recovered 29% of its distribution. Alright, so now let's look at our shorts, short calls and short puts here. Well, nobody's over their strike prices. Or nobody's over their maximum strike price. So let me reword that, right? Because some of them are over strike prices. It just may not be the highest one. So again, this can be, again, not show you the full picture. But at this point, nobody's over all of their strike prices. We do have some within 1%, Neply, MSFO, Tesla, and Aptly. And then within 2%, we have Phoebe, Zomo, OARC, and actually, and that's it. Because then it goes to 3%. Of course, then we have Misty down there because it dropped so much. It's 20% below its highest strike price there. And SQUE is 11% below. And AIYY is 9% below. And then I guess at the very bottom, we have YBIT being 12% below. Then if you want to see, let me put this back in alphabetical order for you, make it easier for you to find what you want. You can see how it's affecting the stock price by cents and percentage if you want to see that in AO and AP. And then we have our synthetic positions here, and then this is actually messed up. But they actually do have another one now. But these are the synthetic positions to show you if they're above it or under it and how far. Of course, the worst one is going to be YBIT. It's 30% or $11 below its strike price, and it expires next week. And then we have SQUE up underneath its strike price by 11% or $7.65. And then this is how this affects again the share price here. So you can see like YBIT at the bottom, it's saying it's bringing the stock price down $7.78 or 42%. Of course, you know, it's up some on the other side of it, but this is just looking at the synthetics. And then to look at NVIDIA, we'd have to actually go to the holdings. So NVIDIA's synthetics there. Is this the right day? This is not the right day. I apologize. NVIDIA. So it now has a 113 and a 127 there. Lots of trades today. And then the one thing that I forgot on the daily roundup, which was who beat who. So we just glanced at the percentages here, but we didn't look at all the blue on the left side. And considering the market still ended up closing up green at the bottom. You can see the S&P was up 23%. The NASDAQ 100 was up 0.57%. And then we had basically 2/3 of the YieldMax do better than their underlying, or 68%, or 15 of the 22, however you want to look at it. And then we had 7 or 32% of the underlying that did better than the YieldMax funds. So anyway, that's it for the daily roundup for today. I hope y'all had a great day, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.